welcome back to Ridin' Steel. Today we're going to Chelsea, Maine and participate in a ride called Talon'S Ride. This is a memorial ride for the couple that organized this for their son, and we're also raising money for the Ronald McDonald House and Life Flight.
2 years ago, I was approached by a young couple by the name of Julian and Betsy Howard that had just lost their son, Talon. They wanted to organize a ride that would keep their son's memory alive. They had shared their very personal story of what they have been through together as they mourn the loss of their son, and how they feel so strongly that he influenced their reuniting after he was gone.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Ridin' Steel is brought to you by an accommodating and friendly staff is waiting to serve you at the Taste of Maine restaurant, located on Route 1 in Woolwich, Maine. The Taste of Maine offers delicious food and a beautiful view. Or perhaps you're holding a special event. Our banquet rooms and ample parking are sure to meet your needs. Be sure to tell them Ridin' Steel sent you for your 10% discount. Located on Route 1 just north of Bath, it's the Taste of Maine. Call 443-4554 to schedule your event.
Motorcycle accidents can happen like this. People in cars sometimes don't see people on bikes. The results of someone's carelessness can bring devastation to a victim and a family.
Hello, my name is Stephen Marois, and I am the producer of Ridin' Steel, and it pleases me to announce our newest affiliate and supporter, Lowry & Associates.
Lowry & Associates has represented many victims of motorcycle accidents over the years, and if you are injured in a motorcycle accident, we will make very sure that you get the maximum recovery possible.
Lowry & Associates, we treat our clients like family.
Today, time and money is more important than ever. At Hourglass, located at 619 Main Street, South Portland, we understand the need for affordability, efficiency, and quality.
Our windshield and glass replacement specialists have your best interest in mind. We provide free estimates and will work with your insurance company to ensure prompt and courteous service.
Stop in and say hello to our friendly Hourglass staff. We specialize in customer service and all your glass needs.
At Hourglass, we'll stand behind our lifetime guarantee.
Go to hourglasscompany.com to learn more.
And find us and like us on Facebook.
Make our glass company your glass company.
If you're looking to detail your auto or bike, check out Banana Banners, located at 160 Main Street, Bowdenham, Maine, or go to ourpeel.com. As we made our way to Jack's Auto in Chelsea, host Sherry Burgoyne was heading up with a group from Mike's Water Street Grill in Gardner, Maine. It's August 13th, 2011, and the weather was beautiful, and it was looking like Julian and Betsy were going to have a good turnout for their first memorial ride in honor of their 11-year-old son, Talon. At this time, I would like to cut away to an interview we had with Julian and Betsy when filming the Make-A-Wish ride on August 6th.
With me, I have some familiar faces. Seen you at bike night, seen you on a couple rides. I have Julian and Betsy Howard with me. You guys not only are participants in a charity bike run today, Make-A-Wish, but you also organize one of your own. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And I don't know who would like to speak.
It's the Talon Tyrelli Memorial Ride. It's the first ride for our son Talon Harwood, and the proceeds to the ride are going to go to Life Flight and Ronald McDonald House.
Now, the ride this year falls on what day?
August 13th.
And we're going to try to stay for that in that range each year?
Yes. Yeah. It's actually it's an anniversary. So that's why we chose that date. It's really important to us, and to do something in our son's memory for that specific date is really important to our family.
Can you tell us a little bit about Talon? I know we've mentioned it at the Cabin Fever Reliever. We've mentioned it, at other runs and stuff. I hate to put you on the spot, but just briefly, can you give us a recap of Talon?
Yeah, Talon, growing up, he suffered a little bit. He had asthma from the day he was a baby, and he struggled. And what comes with that is when you're on the steroids and stuff, it's difficult, and he reminds me of a lot of people that I've met with the bikes. He was kind of one of those guys. He really tried to fit in. He struggled a little bit, but I tell you, he would not take no for an answer. He was persistent in and establishing relationships with people. And he loved everybody. He was a little bit of a wild child.
He didn't get that from you, did he?
Well, possibly. But, you know, those things now we really appreciate. And, you know, he was an athlete. He did it all. And he really, with its struggle breathing, he really did well in athletics and stuff, too. So he was a trooper. He was a hard charger, and everybody seemed, you know, they loved him, and he was a really good kid. So
you mentioned your bike earlier too. We gotta get that on film at some point, because why don't you just give us one, you know, just a little snippet of what the bike, why the bike has special meaning to you guys.
The bike was ridden by Gardner Police Department in my son's funeral, and the only thing I remember about that day with all the people that came is my buddy turning the handlebars to the bike and said, "Hey, Howard, we dedicated the bike to your son." And then that went back. The bike went to North Country because it was a lease. And I went up to North Country when it went back, and they stated, we'll hang on to it for you. In North Country, they had that bike in that barn with 1,900 miles on it for 2 years. And it was meant to be. I never ridden a motorcycle before in my life. Betsy and I had happened to get a divorce through this whole process, and now we're back together. And we went up to get that bike together. And I can't explain to people, but I know that Talon put that in our lives so we could ride that together, be quiet, not talk about issues, and then all of a sudden, this is where we are. We're here with all these people that I would never have met before, because of that motorcycle.
And I want to wish you guys both the best of luck, not only with your ride, but with everything else.
What's going on, Mr. Jack?
Hey, how are you, Steve? I'm just working on the opening liturgy for this great
so you're
day.
going to do a blessing here before we head out, basically?
Yeah, and a little explanation, a little remembering of Talon.
Right.
5 years ago today, he died at age 11.
Right.
So it's an honor. I'm glad Julian and Betsy asked me to help out.
Hey, what's your name?
Pat Harris,
And where are you from?
North Monmouth.
Okay, and do you have a special connection with the
Yes.
Talon ride? What is
Yes,
it?
Talon's grandparents are our best friends.
Oh, okay.
So we are here to celebrate his life and to take part and remember him.
I'm Rosemary Foster.
Hi, Rose. How are you?
I'm doing fine. It's a beautiful day.
Right. What's your connection, Rosemary?
I'm a friend of Talon's grandparents.
Excuse me, sir. You're Talon's grandfather?
Yes.
Yeah. So, would you mind introducing yourself to me?
I'm John Deeds.
Okay. So, you know, you're looking around, you're seeing all these people gathering on behalf of your grandson. What's that feel like?
It's very nice.
All of us that have children can relate and identify with a parent that has lost a child, or with a child that is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness or disease. In fact, I would dare say that for many of us, it's our worst nightmare. Betsy and Julian have a lot of family and close friends that came to this ride to offer their help and to show their support. But there were many there that did not know them personally. They just wanted to be there for different reasons, perhaps. Maybe to lift their spirits or to support the Ronald McDonald House or Life Flight. But the underlying reason behind it all is that a child was lost. Father Jack Fless was there to provide a spiritual blessing for the riders as they were to head for their first destination.
Lord, we pray for those who mourn, for parents and siblings, friends and neighbors.
The song I selected for this week's ride soundtrack was provided by my friends of Emerald Sky. Its lyrics speak of a simpler and carefree time, and when life was easy.
Lately I've been thinking a lot about my life. Amazes me just how fast the years go by. I've learned that success always comes with a price. I'd like to go back to a simpler time, when life was easy as kick the can, G.I. Joe and Spider-Man, fishing with my old man, weekend for Neverland, hanging out with all my friends, summer never seemed to end. Ever think about the time my mama found in the pockets of my jeans. She turned them inside out before the washing machine. Dad was the most amazing man that I'd ever seen. Exactly the kind of man I couldn't wait to be. And life was easy as kick the can, G.I. Joe and Spider-Man, fishing with my old man, weekends were never planned. Hanging out with all my friends, summer never seemed to end. Ever think about the times back then? Do you remember when? When riding your bike just as fast as you could down a winding gravel road led to running home to your mama with skin on knees and a bloody nose. But life was easy as kick the can, G.I. Joe and Spider-Man, fishing with my old man, weekends were never planned. Hanging out with all my friends, summer never seemed to end. Ever think about the times back then? When life was easy as kick the can, G.I. Joe and Spider-Man, fishing with my old man, weekends were never planned. Hanging out with all my friends, summer never seemed to end. Ever think about the times back then? Do you remember when? Remember when?
Naples Custom Motorsports, the fast-growing motorsports business in the region. A full-service facility supplying you with custom bike building, fabrication, and paint, specializing but not limited to Harley-Davidsons, offering a full line of parts, accessories, and apparel. Located at the intersection of Route 302 and Kansas Road in Naples, Maine.
Hi, I'm Dennis Laliberty with Naples Custom Motorsports. Come on down and see us here, where you're going to get the best selection of late model used motorcycles, custom paintwork, repairs, service, parts, and apparel. We look forward to seeing you soon. Come on down.
Big Moose Harley-Davidson is your destination when shopping for a new or used bike in the Portland area. At Big Moose, we have all you need to be part of the legend. Riding apparel, clothing, full line of parts and accessories, dependable service, and a financial department dedicated to meeting your needs.
Come in and experience the customer first attitude at Big Moose Harley-Davidson, where the legend rolls on.
For honest, professional, courteous service through your real estate journey, contact me, Wendy Gallant, at Caldwell Banker Lakes Region Properties in Naples, Maine. Your friendly neighborhood realtor.
Relax. Realign. Rejuvenate your body and mind with licensed massage therapist Ashley Beeman, located at Rumor Has It, 137 Riverside Drive, Augusta, Maine.
I'm Kat Tibbetts from Appleton, Maine, and you're watching Talon'S Ride on Riding Steel.
After a brief stop at the Roadhouse in Woolwich, Maine, Talon'S Ride headed back to Jack's Auto in Chelsea, where the remainder of the festivities were to be held.
This is Sherry Burgoyne, and I am standing here at Jack's Auto in Chelsea, Maine. Today's ride is going to benefit the Ronald McDonald House and Life Fight, correct?
That's correct.
So can you tell me a little bit about your experience with the Ronald McDonald House?
The Ronald McDonald House, when we were down there, it was amazing. We didn't have to think about anything. It was, they welcomed us with open arms. At that point in time, we really didn't know where we were. And they just took us in. They provided us a place to stay while we were there with Talon, and it was just an incredible experience.
Betsy, I understand that when Talon was having an attack, a life flight was called.
Yes, he was brought to the emergency room in Augusta, and they took him by life flight to the main medical center.
What was your experience with life flight?
You know, it was very brief because it was such a scary situation. I don't really remember a lot about it except for meeting the crew and the fact that he did get there so fast. So, you know, I think that was a great blessing.
Well, it's certainly been a pleasure meeting both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, well, we just left the Roadhouse in Woolwich, Maine, and now we're here continuing our ride with Julian and Betsy and the Talon'S ride. And I have the pleasure and honor to be amongst lifesavers here. We have a life flight. And where are you guys based out of?
Lewiston, Central Maine Medical Center.
Okay, great. So you're the one who helped pull this together for Julian?
Just with the aircraft and some of our biker friends and getting the right people in the right places.
Okay, it's only correct that I get everybody's name, all right? What's your name?
Lori Mateer.
Lori Mateer. And your name, sir?
Ryan Walsh.
And what is your role?
I'm the newbie.
You're the rookie, the prospect, right? We'll call him the prospect. What's your name, sir?
My name is Sam. I'm one of the flight nurses.
Okay, great. And you're?
Heather Katie.
Heather. Okay, so Heather, how many calls, do you get like a week on this thing or a year perhaps?
Well, between our base and the Bangor base, we do about 1,300 calls, patient transports a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Wow. And what's the range? Where, anywhere throughout the state of Maine?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, we definitely have our areas that we cover initially, but if Bangor is busy, we'll go up to Fort Kent or Presque Isle or Holton. We cover a lot of New Hampshire.
Do you ever have to go out to sea to rescue anybody?
Just to the islands. We don't do any like hoisting or anything off boats.
Leave that for the Coast
Guard?
Yeah,
definitely.
Right. So describe a typical day. When an emergency gets called in, what happens? Are you guys like all sitting around waiting for that call all the time, or do you have to rush to the hospital first? And all that?
We're stationed at the hospitals, and we're a resource team for the hospitals. We help out in the ER and the ICU. We start IVs. Some days we just are an IV team for the hospital, but if not, we have radios and we get paged, and our dispatch tells us where we need to go. The pilot's on duty. We're on duty 24/7. We get in the aircraft and we head to where we need to be.
If people want to learn more about life flight and the importance of it, where would they go for that?
We have a website, lifeflightmaine.org, and certainly all these events are supported by our foundation. But if you go to the website, Life Flight of Maine, you'll see us there and you can find out all about us.
Thank you so much, everybody, okay? And have a great day. Have a great time. Well, I finally got a hold of Sherry after she helped herself to some food for us. So how'd you enjoy the ride, Sherry?
Oh, it was a beautiful ride. I mean, the weather was perfect today, and it went off without a hitch, and the riders were all so cooperative. I mean, we couldn't have asked for a better day.
It was a great day. Now, we lucked out because we have a gentleman that actually benefited from Life Flight. And why don't you tell us what your name is and what happened to you and how this came to be?
Well, on June 21st, I was riding my motorcycle and somebody pulled in front of me, and I hit the vehicle and needed life flight right then and there because I busted up my legs and my arm, and they were there when I needed them. Got me to the hospital. I was bleeding pretty badly and pretty banged up, and I got to say they were very professional and everything went out really well.
Where were you exactly when it happened?
I was in Winthrop on Route 202 when the accident happened, and they made it there very fast and got me right to the hospital, and the care was second to none. And I'll tell you what, we need life flight here, and it helps everybody. That anybody I talk to that's had a ride in that copter knows what I'm talking about. Right. They're right on it.
Right. So how you doing?
I'm doing much better. I'm on my crutches now, out of my walker. I've still busted up, can't put any weight on my right leg, but I'm here to talk about it.
You seem to have an attitude of gratitude, and it's a real pleasure to meet you. And good luck to you, and have a lot of fun today, okay?
This is Sherry Burgoyne, and I'm standing here with a young man and his dad, and from what I understand, he was also helped out by Life Flight. So, Dad, tell me about that.
Last June 14th, Jonathan was running across the yard and ended up, his grandfather's tailgate was down on his pickup, and he was looking the other way, and he caught the corner of the tailgate with his head and ended up having a bleed in his brain. So he was flown from Augusta Airport to Portland for surgery that afternoon and recovered completely and was out of the hospital in 3 days, weren't you? So.
That's an amazing story. Now, when he ran against his granddad's tailgate, now how did you know that there was something wrong?
I've been a paramedic for 13 years or 14 years, so I kind of knew there was something going on. He started getting sick on us and lethargic and started acting different, so I took him down to Maine General first just to see if it was a concussion maybe or something, but they ended up doing a quick CAT scan on him and found that he had the bleed, so kind of knew from my past experience in the last 13 or 14 years that something wasn't right with him.
What was your experience with Lifelight?
Oh, it was very good, actually. I knew one of the paramedic nurses that was flying that day, so I actually got to fly with them from Augusta to Portland. So it was an excellent experience. So we're glad they were there. It made the trip a lot better, and especially knowing someone on the flight, it was real nice to know somebody at least, too.
Well, it's really been a pleasure to talk to you. Now, what is your name again, sir?
Sean Ramage. Yep.
Sean Ramage.
Yeah,
and what is your name?
You say? No, you're going to be shy? Yeah, that's all right, huh?
It was a pleasure to meet both of you. It was a
Thank
real
you.
pleasure to meet you. I'm glad
say?
you're okay, buddy.
Huh? Right? Yeah.
Well,
be
thank
shy.
you so
No
much
problem.
for talking
Yeah,
with
you're welcome.
us.
Thank you. Yeah, good luck.
Hi, I'm Mike Paul, and I've been pouring residential and commercial foundations in Southern Maine for 26 years. Mike Paul Foundations works with contractors and homeowners. We are fully insured. Mike Paul Foundations also on Facebook. Find us, like us, and receive a 5% discount on the upcoming project. So call us today for your free estimate.
Mike Paul Foundations. Let his 26 years of experience be your guide to your new project. Give him a call today.
For your concrete jobs, big or small, call Mike Paul.
Welcome to North Country Harley-Davidson, one of the best resources for parts, accessories, and motor clothes. North Country Harley-Davidson, not just any Harley, your Harley. The Railroad Restaurant and Pub, a beautifully restored train depot located in the heart of Lisbon Falls. Providing a full breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu specializing in seafood and home-cooked meals, with ample room to accommodate your event. Call 353-6069. When in Lisbon Falls, stop in and visit the friendly folks of the Railroad Restaurant and Pub.
Ironhurst Company. Contact the Ironhurst Company at 725-6793, offering a unique alternative for that final ride. Looking for a destination in Gardner, Maine? Stop by Mike's Water Street Grill. Located on 463 Water Street, Gardner, Mike's Water Street Grill offers great food, entertainment, and daily specials, and ample parking for your special event. You're only a stranger once at Mike's Water Street Grill. Call 582-9464 or find us on Facebook.
Skip, how did the Owie Box do this year?
Well, it was average. We didn't get a big crowd this year, and we didn't collect as much money as we normally do. But we collected roughly $20,000.
That's nothing to
No, and we had like 75 bikes. So for 75 bikes, $20,000 a day ride.
I know rides that have 2,000-3,000 that don't raise that kind of money. So you guys are to be commended for what you do. Really.
This year coming up is our 10th anniversary. We got a big surprise we're going to have.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't want to say.
So I'll be seeing you at the Cabin Fever Reliever early this time?
Yes, yeah. I don't want to say what it is because we haven't got it all worked out yet.
All nailed down, right.
We get it all nailed down. I think we're going to have a good turnout.
Secretive, yeah. What's the name of the band?
Sweat Band.
Sweat Band.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys ready to start rocking?
Just about.
Did you enjoy the ride, guys? Yeah.
Very much so. Our first one ever.
Really?
Yes.
What's your name?
Jim Netto.
Well, where are you from?
We're from Waterville.
Waterville.
Yep.
And your name? Sue. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, your first group ride ever?
First group ride ever.
How long have you been riding?
I got my license the end of May.
Oh, so you just...
And we just bought a trike 3 weeks ago, and here we are today.
Yeah, so, why did you decide to buy a bike?
We've been together for 7 years. We've been talking for 7 years about riding. We like the atmosphere. We like the outdoors. We just like to be around a bunch of people, and this was a good way to do it.
Well, then I'm going to encourage you guys to go to rideandsteel.com. Nice to meet you two.
Hey, we're back at Talon'S Ride, and Julian and Betsy informed me that they just got patched in last night to the Defenders. With me I have National Major. Bubba?
Correct.
what are the Defenders? What's the organization represent? How does one become a Defender? What are some of the things that the Defenders do?
We're a law enforcement motorcycle organization that started in 2004 out of Naples, Florida. What we are, each chapter is 70% law enforcement, which means they fall under HR 218. They have the ability to carry a weapon and arrest. And what isn't the 70% is active duty, retired military, EMS, first responders, and probably a little percentage of civilians.
I appreciate taking the time to talk to me, and I wish you a safe ride back south.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Nice being here.
All right, so I'm here with the Ridin Steel crew, along with Betsy and Julian here, and you know, today was a really great day. Did you learn anything new today?
You know, I really did. It's amazing what Life Flight does. I didn't realize how quickly that they could respond and that they will just come. It doesn't matter what the medical emergency is. If it's authorized by a physician, they will be here whether you're insured or not.
That's right. That's right. What about you, Todd? Did you learn a lot today?
I learned that Jamie won't do elevated photo shoots, so if it's going to be up on a rock, I've got to climb up there and do the shoot down, I think. No, other than that, no, again, the important value of Life Flight and the Ronald McDonald House. I don't know if there's a representative here from the Ronald McDonald House, but you know, the amount of time and effort that they put in to make you know, difficult times, difficult situations a little more bearable for our families that are involved. So I think two very worthy charities.
I thought the ride was very well organized. I really had enjoyed myself speaking with the Life Flight people. I mean, knowing people like that are out there is just, you know, an incredible, comforting feeling. And you know, meeting you two and what you went through is incredible. You know, you're a power of example. You know, you're giving back, and that's what we do, right? And Julian and Betsy, how do you feel the day went for you two today?
I thought it went really well. I'm very happy with the turnout. Yeah, it was a beautiful day.
Yeah, I thought you would be impressed by that turnout. I was, that's for sure. And Julian, what do you got to say for it all? One wrap-up sentence.
It was just beyond belief. I mean, the support is unbelievable. I love it.
And we're going to be working closely together in the near future as well, right? And
I gotta give him something.
oh yeah, well, Todd's got a presentation to make. We've been holding a bike night every other weekend with Bucks Naked and on Wednesday nights, and Big Moose Harley. They've been awesome at bringing in raffle items and donating to so many different causes. We dedicate the Wednesday night bike night at Bucks Naked Barbecue in Freeport to a different charity every other week, and Todd's been doing an outstanding job with that. Todd, what do you got for them?
Well, you know, I wish it was a little more, because the night you guys made the drive down from the Hollowell area, I believe it was. Is that where you guys are? Yeah. In the rain. Yeah. And unfortunately, you know, we've had 2 rainy nights, but that happens, and you can't control it. So on behalf of everyone that was there at that bike night, we've got a check for $250 for you for the Talon ride.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be looking forward to working with you again next year.
Great. Thank you very much.
The loss of their son Talon fractured the marriage between Julian and Betsy. But unforeseen forces were hard at work that would soon have them back together. Julian addressed the crowd that day with his family story and how they feel that Talon was behind their reunification. His presentation was heartfelt and emotional, and all of us felt their pain. As we near the end of this program, we will close with a few words from Julian Howard.
On August 12, 2006, I was splitting wood with Talon. Betsy called to him from the house and said, "Talon, David called and wants you to come over." He didn't ask, but looked at me as if to say, "I really want to go, but I promised that I would help you." I remember thinking how proud I was of him because he really wanted to go, but he also wanted to spend the day with me to get the wood done. Talon ran up to me, grabbed the keys, and took off for the truck. He stopped in his tracks, looked back at me and said, "Love you, Dad. I'll help you tomorrow."